Hello everyone. Firstly, I'd like to thank the Department of Physics, our honorable teacher, Dr. C.P. Khatiwada, Namchi Government College and Sikkim University for giving me this platform to make a presentation for the partial fulfillment of BSc Honors 10th Semester Physics from June to December 2020. I am Praveen Pradhan, bearing roll number 18NS0002, and my topic for today's presentation is the structure of NaCl and KCl. This presentation will carry 25 marks instead of 25 marks practical or sessional B exam. So before moving on to this topic, we have to understand some basic subtopics like lattice. So this lattice is the infinite arrangement of points in a three-dimensional space. These lattice points are nothing but simply the positions in a space where there is a probability of finding an ion molecule or atom of a crystal structure. These lattice points are always symmetrical, or every lattice point has identical surrounding. For example, if this lattice point and this lattice point has a distance of 1 meter, then the distance between this lattice point and its surrounding lattice point will also be 1 meter. And another subtopic, that is basis. So basis, it may be a single atom or a group of atoms that constitutes the crystal structure. When we add the bases in a lattice point, we will respectively get a crystalline structure. So this basis may be a single atom in case of diamond crystal structure, which consists of a single atom, that is carbon only, and in case of our NaCl or KCl, the basis is a molecule. And when we add lattice and basis, we will get a crystal structure. The crystal structure is generally an ordered arrangement of atoms, ions or molecules in a crystalline material. The smallest particles of a crystal that constitutes the entire crystalline material is called unit cell. So the unit cell is a small portion of entire crystal which reflects the symmetry and structure of this entire crystal. This unit cell may be a two-dimensional in this case, and maybe three dimensions in this case, as you see in the figure. And on repetitive translation of single unit cell, when we repetitively translate it in any axis, we will get entire crystal. So there are different types of unit cells that may be two-dimensional, three-dimensional. We have three basic type of unit cell. That is, the first one, simple cubic unit cell, which consists of 8 ions or molecules at each corner of a cube, and another, that is body-centered cubic, which consists of 8 ions at each corners and 1 at the center of a body. And the third one, that is face-centered cubic, which consists of 8 ions at each corners of a cube and 6 ions at each midpoints of 6 faces. So moving on to our main topic, that is structure of NaCl and KCl. First, let us talk about the lattice. The lattice of our NaCl or KCl consists of face-centered cubic lattice. That means it has a lattice point at each corners of a cube and at each 6 faces, midpoints of each 6 faces. And the basis of this NaCl or KCl consists of 2 ions, that is chlorine negative as anion and cation as sodium positive or potassium positive. To draw the crystal structure, which is actual purpose of this presentation, to draw the crystal structure of NaCl or KCl, first we have to draw the lattice or a unit cell. The unit cell of KCl or NaCl is face-centered cubic, which has 8 at each corners and 6 at each midpoints of each faces. So after that we have to add the chlorine. So chlorine, being larger in size, will occupy the corner positions and midpoints of each faces of the unit cell. That means we have total 14 number of chlorines in our unit cell, and after that we have to add sodium or potassium. So they will fill up the octahedral voids. The octahedral voids in the unit cell is present, one at the center of a unit cell and 12 edges of the cube. That means we have total number 13 number of Na positive or K positive ions in our unit cell. And after that we have to adjoin the ions to its surrounding ion, hence getting our crystal structure of NaCl or KCl. So the thing that we have learned in this structure of NaCl or KCl is that this unit cell of NaCl or KCl is face-centered cubic, and the octahedral voids is present in the unit cell, which is filled up by Na positive or K positive ions, and the chlorine being larger in size will occupy the corner positions and face-centered positions, which is the main positions of our lattice. Thanks for watching, and I hope you understood the topic. Thank you very much.